Up next from the Marmy Rock Show, a band I'm very excited to share with you tonight. They've got a fantastic new record out called The Memories Uninvited. We have got Chris Brown from One Less Reason with us. Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you having me.
Man, it's my pleasure. Now, so the album's out now. I've been listening to it all day. I believe it's your sixth studio record, and it's a great release. So, for folks that haven't heard it yet, it's been a little while since you released a record. Tell us how it compares to your other 5 records.
The previous records, we always were on a timeline. So we, get in, get out, do the record kind of feel, because we were worried about budgets and this and that. And this record, we didn't have to worry about any of that. So we were able to really take our time and, we demoed some of the songs 8 or 9 times. And I was really able to get what it was I heard in my head onto hard drive, And this record really does encompass the exact vision that I had for the record. For previous records, sometimes we had to be like, okay, well, this is as good as it's going to get because we're out of budget. So there's the difference. Huge difference.
So talk a little bit more. You mentioned the vision you had. So, describe for folks what that vision was and how close you think you came, when you started this project. You had all the time. So what did you want that vision to be for this record?
When I started writing the songs, I really wasn't sitting down going, okay, well, I'm going to write a record. I was just kind of writing songs because I felt like writing songs. It was something in me that made me want to sit down and write songs. And I wrote a song called "Betrayed" first, and then that's on the record. And then I finished a song called "The Lie," a few weeks later. And I was kind of like, okay, well, this has got a really good feel to it, especially lyrically. And it just kind of had like a regret feel to it, and that's kind of where the Memories Uninvited comes from. It's the things that keep you up at night. When you're in bed and you go, "Oh, why did I say that?" Or why didn't I say that? Or why did I do that? Or why didn't I do that? It's the things that you can't change, but, kind of creep up with you, when you're, not expecting it.
I noticed that theme in your music. A lot of the lyrics, I don't want to call them dark. It's just that they aren't always kind of happy, which is fine. I mean, sometimes we get tired of songs about party all night and eat girls, but you guys do have seems like kind of a deep emotion sometimes in your music. Where does all that come from? Is it all personal?
Yeah, every song that I write is about me or somebody that I know. I don't want, nor never have I wanted to just write songs that really just mean nothing to me. That to me, these are kind of my therapy sessions put to chords, more so than anything else. So when I'm happy, I go be happy, and whenever I'm not feeling that great about things, I write songs about it. It's kind of my outlet, and kind of what's kept me level over the last, decade or so. And without it, I really don't know if I'd even still be here.
So, man, you guys have big news. The album, first of all, the album's out now, and it's fantastic, by the way. Congratulations. And the video for Break Me is out. Great job on that. So this is one of those videos that kind of has a movie-like storyline. So while you may not want to give everything away, can you give us kind of the storyline and a taste of the Break Me video?
The Break Me video is about a young lady that has lost her mother, and how her and her father are coping with, coming to terms with that. She has found that fighting and MMA-style fighting or whatnot helps her through her day, and her dad just, he can't really understand why she would choose to do such a thing. So it's just it's a story about coming to terms with a tragedy in your life, and how how people cope with it in different ways. Some people just cave, and some people want to go punch somebody in the face. So
now, was there any story of a real person behind that, or is this something that you just kind of thought up as a more symbolic kind of thing?
It wasn't a real story. It was just something we came up with, kind of the feel of the song. Once again, we try to wrap everything around, how we feel. And, there were a few, directors and whatnot that put their ideas in. Nothing really stuck with us. So we were kind of like, no, not that. And then we decided to just do the whole video ourselves. My bass player, Blake Heimbach, he owns a video production company. And then John Falls, he was the singer for Egypt Central. He's kind of my right-hand man. He had some ideas for the video, and one thing led to another. They said they could do a video just as good or better than the people we were looking at hiring. So I said, well, let's do that then.
So there's some pretty intense MMA style fighting scenes in that video. Were you there for the shooting of those fighting scenes? And tell us what that was like.
Yeah, I was there. These girls were both very aggressive, and there was a few times where, especially if you watch the video, the scream on the second verse where, you're not good for me right now part, where she slams her down on the hood of a car. You can see it on her face, kind of, I don't know. They're very easy to provoke into fighting, and you can tell it kind of got heated there for a second. It wasn't acting. It was two people that were really irritated with one another. And plus, it was like the heat index was like 114, and we were on a race track. I mean, it was hot. It was so hot. And then we had the fire going, and so yeah, it was a trying day. I'll say that for people's patience, and it made for a good video. It did. Some people were irritated, and that was fine because it showed through, and we captured it and put it in the video.
And it came out great, and I loved watching it twice today, and just it was really well done. So, hey, I was intrigued by your album cover, man. It's like a crow going down in flames. Tell me a little bit about that.
That was done by a girl named Maggie Tabb from Chunk Creations, and I always take the time to give her credit because she deserves it, and people should know who she is for future artwork. And I keep hearing that people go, "Man, who did your album work?" And she deserves all the credit for that. We wanted to do something along the lines of the crow or the raven, just because of the symbolism of it. A crow and a raven, they're black. They're just plain sleek black. They don't put on airs. They don't need colorful feathers. They don't need all these beautiful things that attribute to, their survival. They just are what they are. And whether they're, burning or surviving or whatever it is they're doing, then, it's kind of what we've done in the industry. It kind of represents us. We don't have to have asymmetrical haircuts and the coolest jeans or nothing like that. This is about music. This is what we are. And if you like it, great. If you don't, we really just don't care. And that goes for record labels or whoever. You know what I mean? It's just, this is what we do. And, we have haters and we have people who love the band, and, this is for the people who like us, and the people that don't, we just couldn't care less. We're not going to change what we do or what we are. That's kind of what the record cover came from.
So, hey man, another song on the album that I kind of gravitated to was the song "Something Beautiful." So tell us a little bit about that tune.
The song "Something Beautiful" is, it's kind of self-explanatory. It's just about taking tragedy in your life and trying to turn it into something that's positive. For every negative there can be a positive. Some people will break down and just fall away, and some people will take the negative and change their life because of it. And that's what the song's about, by taking the hits and turning them into something positive. That's kind of what the whole record really is about. That song just kind of encompasses it in more of a, in probably a better way.
So the record label you guys are on is Tattooed Millionaire Records, and I know you kind of have a bit of a relationship to that label, so tell people about Tattooed Millionaire Records and what the label's about.
Tattooed Millionaire Records was created. I've been very successful in this business, and I just hate record labels more than you can ever imagine. We've been signed a few times. So me and some friends of mine and colleagues in the business decided that, you know what, we've got the same amount of money as these record labels. We've got the same connections as these record labels that are out there. Why not do it ourselves and put out the music that we like? because it just seemed like the industry as a whole, as far as what labels are putting out, just seems to be kind of shallow and plastic, I guess. And we had all these bands that we were really into that weren't getting any kind of shots, or nobody was really listening to them, or nobody was really acting like they cared because, you know, they weren't singing about how big a butt was. And so, you know, the label we started it, and we're funding it. You know, I fund the record label, me and two partners, and we hired John Falls from Egypt Central, the former singer of the band Egypt Central.
Yeah.
You know, to come in because of, you know, him and I have been really good friends for, you know, probably going on 20 years now. And with his mouthpiece and my financial funding and, you know, the relationships we've built along the way, this is what we're doing.
Now, before I let you go, I got to let you tell folks about the big tour you've got coming up. You've got some really cool dates coming up in September. Tell folks all about that tour.
We're going to be out with Sick Puppies and Through Fire. I think it starts mid-September. I don't really know the date. Somewhere mid-September. I really don't know, but it goes all the way through to November 1st. So, you know, this will be our first time back out. You know, we've done some one-offs and whatnot just to kind of shake the rust off, but this will be our first time back out touring. And go on about 5 years now, because, you know, I took time off and started a family, and, you know, I wasn't even sure I was even going to come back and do music, but I thought this record deserved the push that it's going to get, you know, and that includes the touring. So we're looking at in November too. So.
Yeah, man, it looks like a good tour hitting a large number of parts of the country, so folks are going to be looking forward to that. Go out to One Less Reason, like their Facebook page or any of their social media pages, and you can see the tour dates out there with Sick Puppies, so folks are going to look forward to that. So, hey, Chris Brown, man, out of Memphis, Tennessee, the band is One Less Reason. The record is The Memories Uninvited. It's out now. It is well worth listening to, man. Trust K-Rock on this one. Go out and buy this thing. It is a really cool release. And, Chris, I want to thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure talking to you tonight.
Oh, awesome, man. Thank you for your time.